Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Nita Beauty coming back at you. I wanted to do a review of a few pieces that I had mentioned before, and those are my key holders. I actually have three of them. I have one from Louis Vuitton. This is the Louis Vuitton and Damier Bean with the rose ballerina interior. And then I also have one from Coach, except this is a 4-key holder. At the time that I purchased this, they did not have the 6-key holder. I actually purchased this one from the outlet store online. And then this is my Prada 6-key holder. And I purchased this one from the outlet store as well in Orlando. And this one was about 15 months. I had this about 15 months. So I purchased it in April of last year. And this is in leather, and the material is kind of like, it reminds me of Louis Vuitton's Epi leather, except much softer. So it's kind of like a combination of Epi leather in terms of the striations that's in the leather, but the feelness of it is very soft leather. This one is also in the leather. It just has the CCs on it. All right, and then on the inside is leather as well. So, I will tell you off the bat, my favorite, or the one that I think is the most functional, is the Louis Vuitton one. It's also the most expensive. This one retails, I believe, for $250 in the US. I actually purchased this one in Paris about October of 2016, so about a year and a half. Like I said, I had this one about 15 months, and this one was, I believe it was $100 or $150. I'm not for sure. I think it was $100. And then this one was $29. So it was like $30 online. And I actually initially purchased it in both the black and this brown color. And I just returned the black one because I already had this one. And this one, because it's only a 4-key holder, to me, it's not as functional. And I'll show you in just a few minutes when I put some stuff in them. So this is the one I'm currently using. And I have my key fob and 3 keys right now, but it can fit obviously 6. The one thing I will say that I don't like about this is that these little key slot holes are like this. There's the space here is kind of big. So sometimes the keys, if this opens up, can fall out. And if the keys are like hanging out that way, they can fall out. Like if this is hanging out this way, this can actually slip off of that key, and it's happened that it fell into, just end up in the bottom of my purse. Because the fob is so big, you can't really close this bottom. Well, actually I can close it, but it kind of stretches the leather, so I usually don't close it. And it's not actually the fob, I think, that's causing it. I think it's the cards that I have back here. I do have my cards. I have like I only put back here, let's see, 1, 2, usually 3 cards, because I usually have my coffee card in the back as well. It can fit more, but the more you fit in there, the tighter it gets and harder it is to close. So like I said, I usually keep 3, which is why I couldn't close it, but since I only have the 2, I can close it a little bit better. If I take these out all together, it closes very easily. So if you don't use this as a little mini wallet or card case, it closes perfectly. But I usually at least have my ID and a credit card. And so that's that one. The Louis Vuitton one, I'm going to go ahead and put the stuff in here. But the Louis Vuitton one is definitely larger. I can fit a lot more cards in this one. The only thing with this one is I feel like it kind of stretches the leather a little bit. Not the leather, but the canvas a bit. But, you know, it's meant to be used, so it's okay. And I will also say that the key holder portions, the little hooks on the Louis Vuitton one, are much tighter. And so I don't have that problem with the keys slipping off at all, which is nice as well. All right, so that's that. And this one only has 1 snap closure. But again, it closes very easily with just those 2 cards. It's not even, you know, an issue at all. If I had multiple cards in there, I could actually flip this out and it will still fit. Like I can easily fit probably 5 or 6 cards back here. But again, it does kind of wear and kind of stretch this a bit. I don't know if you're able to see it. It's kind of buckled out a little bit, and I think that's just from putting all those cards in there. But again, it fits nicely just like that, no problem. And then the Coach one, because I only have 2 cards that I'm carrying. And if you only put a couple cards, things fit in all of these very nicely. But if you want to carry more, it's going to get tight. This one, I spilled a little something. I need to clean the outside, but that doesn't affect the functionality. And again, this one is just a 4-key holder. So it's more narrow than these other 2. And I was on the Coach.com website, and I noticed that's like the regular retail site for Coach. And they actually have a 6-key holder now on the site. That one's listed at $100 or $99, but it's not leather. It's like a canvas, and that's okay. Okay, so here's the Coach one. And notice with this fob in here, it's not going to close. So I have to flip this out, and then I can get this to close. And it closes very easily. Like I said, I spilled something on here. I need to just clean that with some leather cleaner. And that should come off with no problem. So when I use this one, I keep the key fob on the outside because otherwise it won't close. Even with just the 2 cards, it just won't close. And this one, the card holders are on the sides. You can't put anything behind the actual key plate. So that is my basic review of these. Like I said, they're all, very functional. The Louis Vuitton one, you can put a lot more cards in there. So if you really want to use this as like a little wallet and your key holder, you can totally do that. The Prada one, I can fit probably 4 or 5 cards in here pretty easily. Of course, it'll stretch the leather a bit, but that's okay. As far as wear and tear, the one that I think is the most durable is probably this Coach one. Excuse me. The Coach one, just because the leather is just thicker and I don't know, it's just more carefree. And in addition to me only spending $30 for it, even though I have some stuff on here now, I can easily clean that off. But if you take a look at the glazing here, it's still in great condition. I've had this about maybe 8 months. Glazing is in perfect condition. The Prada one, the only wear I really see on this one is around the side, the ends of it, the corners. This isn't glazing that's on here. They just folded this over and sewed this down, so this is just the leather. But it's kind of more worn than any other part of the piece. It feels almost like there's some stickiness on it, but there isn't. I just think that's how it wears. I'm not sure why, but so that's the only real wear I see on this piece. Of course, there's some little wear here, the keys hitting the leather. But other than that, it's in great shape. I actually wouldn't mind having another one of these in a different color, but I don't need it. And so this one I feel is like the most delicate of all the ones. You can probably see it better there. There's like dirt here. This gets dirty very easily. I haven't wiped it out yet, but I know you can just use some kind of like, baby wipe or something like that to wipe that. It should come pretty clean. And that's just from the keys. What else? Okay, so the glazing on this is another thing you have to be worried about with the Louis Vuitton one, is that the glazing along the sides, the ends, will inevitably will have to be replaced. And when I first got it, it was looking a little bit thin, like it looked like it wasn't the best glazing when I first got it, and I should have taken it back or had it reglazed then. It's already been over a year now, so I'm not sure if they'll do that for me for free, but I plan to look into it. I don't have a Louis Vuitton store near me, so that's part of the reason I haven't really, gotten on top of it. But so that's my only concern with this one. It did get dirty, like the pink little button did get dirty right away. I wish I had seen, I think it's Lala LV on YouTube. She has a video where she shows you how to cover this with like some clear nail polish. I wish I'd seen that before. I got this messed up because it actually got messed up quite right soon after I got this piece. So, but at any rate, so these are my key holders, or my key holders, I should say. The other things I wanted to review quickly are my makeup pouches, and I have one from Coach, and the other one is from Louis Vuitton. This is the Louis Vuitton, this is the GM size and the Diamond Beam, and this is Coach. This is in the, I think, size 22. This is the larger of the two sizes. And honestly, these are almost the exact same size. I think that the Coach one, the base of it is a little bit wider, just very slightly wider. I've been using this one lately, so that's why it's full of stuff right now. They both fit about the same amount of stuff. Material, this is, I think this is some kind of canvas. I don't think this is leather. Although it might be. I have to look at the website now, and I'll let you know. This might be a leather, like a metallic leather. But anyway, so this bag retails for $100. I think I paid $59 or something like that for it on sale. This one retails for about $5.15, and I think I got it on eBay for $4.50, and this was maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. When I got it, it was in pretty much new condition. The only thing was that there was rubbing on the corners. That was the only thing that I noticed, and it's still the same rubbing because I really haven't used this bag that much. The inside is this beautiful red interior. And this piece was made in France. Most of the Coach pieces were made in like China or Thailand. As far as what they fit, I have a bunch of stuff in here, a makeup palette in here. Both of these pieces actually fit 2 full-size makeup palettes. So that one is that there. And then I would just put a few pieces on top and be good to go. So you can fit 2 full-size palettes in these. These are very good size, very, what's the word? Very usable. Let me just show you that this one also fits 2 full-size palettes. And then just a bunch of stuff on top as well. And they zip very easily. Like I said, I think this one is a little bit bigger on the base, and so it fits the items a little bit more snug without stretching the canvas. The only thing that I would say that has me wanting to sell this piece, and I haven't been using it that much, is this. This bag is notorious for this type of indentation along where the zipper is, the top portion. And I don't know, it just makes me sad to see that. So I'll probably be looking to sell this piece pretty soon. I just haven't I don't use it that much, and the idea of putting just a bunch of makeup in such an expensive piece, just, I don't know, seems a little bit extra for me. So what else can I tell you? These are both designed, like I said, they're both the same size for the most part. The Coach one has the black gunmetal hardware on it. Nice little zipper which says Coach. They both have like their little leather tab on either side, on the back side, and then if you flip it around, you'll see the zipper. And this zipper has Louis Vuitton on it. This one, like I said, has Coach on it. The interior of this one, and I'm going to end this video soon here because I don't want to go over too much. I don't want to go over 15 minutes too much. But the interior of this is like a wipeable material, which is what I like about both of these. These are both wipeable materials on the inside. The Coach one is like a burgundy color, oxblood, and it has like the Coach little leather tag in there. And it's great. It's a really nice piece. And so I like I said, I use this a lot. I actually have the smaller version of this one as well. I think I paid maybe, if I got that one for 59, I might have paid 40 something for this one. And it's comparable to the Louis Vuitton in the PM size, but I don't have the Louis Vuitton in the PM size. So that those are my reviews of these pieces and my key holders. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. Comments. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. My next video, I'm going to be reviewing the Nolita 19 from Coach and the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoire, because those are about the same size. And I've already reviewed the Nolita 15 and the mini pochette from Louis Vuitton. So the Coach 15 Nolita and the pochette, the mini pochette from Louis Vuitton I reviewed before. So I want to keep reviewing some different pieces from different different fashion houses and giving you guys my opinions on them. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.